Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Success with Dawn Nicole and
Demario.
It is Monday, and boy, is it a Monday. Let me tell you, we are going to give you guys an opportunity to join in. Honey, what you got in your cup this morning?
Got some hot coffee.
You know,
Hopefully it's good. How's yours?
Mine is, I could use some more sugar. It's Monday, and I'm just not amped enough. So, and normally we do tea, but I'm feeling like it's a coffee kind of a day. What are you thinking?
Yes, most definitely is.
Good morning. Come on in to Good Morning Success as we await for our viewers. If this is your first time watching Good Morning Success with Dawn Nicole and
Demario,
then we invite you to watch us daily, Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. to 9 p.m., where we discuss real-time strategies to a real-life audience that get real-time results. So come on in. This is Daily Inspiration for the Driven. Grab your coffee, you guys. We have something exciting to talk about today. We are going to talk about, what's our topic today, baby?
ooh, we are going over still the 48 laws of power, and today the lucky law 13.
Lucky 13.
Yeah, lucky 13. It's going to be when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never their mercy or gratitude.
Yes. Good morning, Paro, Pasha.
That is crazy.
That is crazy, because I want to say I'm really excited about discussing this today. If you guys have been watching us, you know that all last week we talked about 48 laws of power. We chose different ones to talk about throughout the week, and we have had some great debates, some interesting conversations, and people have chimed in. But this one is a big one because so many of us, whether it's in our business or in our lives, are accustomed to asking for help. Or, and I don't mean asking for help like money, right? I'm not talking about that. Asking for help could mean somebody to support your event, to help you market, somebody to introduce you to someone. And so we are going to break down what the law number 13 says. And you know what I like about this one, babe? I've been doing this one. I learned this one the hard way. I learned really early in business that when I ask a question and it appears self-serving, one-sided, I really didn't get far. But when I learned the art of appealing to your interests, I got really, really far. And so we're going to do some demonstrations and have a good time. But welcome, come on in, Dedrick Silver. How was your weekend? Mary Ellen, Pasha, how was your weekend? Did you guys do something exciting? Honey, our weekend, the Couplepreneur photo shoot. What can we say? Wow, right?
Yes.
How was that for you, boo?
It was outstanding to be amongst other power couples in the area. That's great. But we can't give out too much information because it's a secret what's cooking behind the scenes. But I'll tell you what, it is exciting, and you're going to be excited as well.
Oh yeah. We give a teaser. We give a little.
It's about time that
Hey Tanya.
Power couples get to stand up and show you what they're working with, and we're going to give it to you.
Well, you know what? There's a rising trend of power couples. So when you guys hear us talk about power, because, let me say this. That term is overused. I'm going to say couplepreneurs because you could be a couple working together, but you might not consider yourself a power couple. Like, what makes a power couple, right? What do y'all think makes a power couple? Because those are one of those words, those terms that get overused. Remember, like, when everybody was using grown and sexy? Hey, grown, and then everybody overused it, and we all have an image. Immediately, we see people over 40 with a drink in their hand, right? What is grown and sexy? What does power couple mean to you all? And don't be sweet and say Dawn Nicole and Demario. But seriously, when y'all hear power couple, who do you see, right? And I say that because we overuse it. For us, my experience was it was an uptown in this city, and it was really, really high end. We can't tell who it was for. I'm not even gonna name drop all of the names, the who's who of Charlotte, but we were up in there, y'all, having a good time. And I don't know about you, but I felt really, really fancy. Anytime you go to a hotel and you see Marilyn Monroe on the, in the dressers and stuff like that, it's like, okay, fancy. So what did y'all do this weekend? Kat, I know you celebrated something terrible because I saw your page and I saw people just loving you up, and I shouted you out and gave you some birthday love. What did you do this weekend? Liz, what did you do? And Liz, what do you do for a living? I feel like I don't even know what you do. I want to be able to promote you on here. Paro says, good day. Paro says,
what's a Ferrari without fuel?
Ooh, who said that?
Paro.
When did he say that? That is so deep. That Pyro is just so... I'm sorry. That is so hot. What is a Ferrari? Can I use that, Pyro? No, I'm just kidding. Tanya, what did you do this weekend, girlfriend? I got a question for you. What's up with this 50-degree weather in June? Do y'all know that in Charlotte, North Carolina, it is going to be 50 degrees tomorrow? What's up with that? Global warming, Trump? Somebody answer some questions for us, right?
Yes, your highs are going to be maybe 80s,
yeah,
but your lows are going to be 50. You are not going to have your AC on sometime this week.
Yes.
So, but that's a great thing.
In the middle of June, though. Yvonne, this is Yvonne's first time joining. Yvonne Skinner, what's up, girlfriend? How are you? Welcome to Good Morning Success, where we give real-time strategies to real-time business owners that get real-life results. Peter, good morning. Peter, where you been, man? We put out an APB on you. Good to see you again. Kat says...
Peter.
Yeah, Kat says, I did whatever I wanted to all weekend long. Oh, goodness. I've missed you guys. So, in the news, is there any hot topics we need to cover before we jump into the good stuff?
Well,
I've got some hot topics to cover.
I bet you do.
This global warming thing. And let me ask you guys, what is on your agenda today? One of the things that makes Good Morning Success such a hit is we talk about each other's strategies. So you guys share what you've got going on today. Do you have a key decision-making phone call? Are you trying to get some training material done? Are you trying to get speaking topics? Trying to negotiate a deal? What is on your agenda today that we can discuss as a team and give some real-time strategy to, and then we talk about our agenda. And our agenda is funny because it became very busy. We keep trying to make Mondays our non-work day and a planning day, and it just never happens.
But so, I'll tell you what.
What?
I got some trivia for you.
Why are you turning it for me?
I got some trivia.
I'm surprised with them.
No,
hey, Tammy. Okay, go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
On this trivia.
Okay.
Guess who's going to TV? The Wall Street Journal is reporting a major company who is now going to TV. They're going to be dropping shows gearing towards the ages of 17 to 30. Unlike Netflix and all the other little Amazons and spots out there, they're in Hollywood right now talking mainstream TV to release different series just across the world.
We're just shaking in our boots.
One of their shows is going to be called Strangers. It's a relationship-based show.
Okay.
So are you ready?
Look, Tanya's like, yeah, tell us. Yeah, who?
Facebook.
Whoa. Did y'all hear this? Okay, did you just say that Facebook is in talks to produce original TV quality shows?
Facebook is hitting the mainstream TV. Facebook is about to drop some network shows.
Y'all, do y'all see what's happening? Facebook is getting ready to take over the world. Seriously, like Facebook is a monster, a giant. They are monopolizing it. You know what? I'm saying, can you, look, everybody is like in awe. Tanya says, I need a contact. I design and print banners, backdrops, brochures, and ship all over the world. Awesome. Bam. We need to know. Look, when I say bam, I feel like doing it. Bam. Bam. That's what's up.
But it said Facebook Inc. is in talk with Hollywood studios about producing scripted TV quality shows with an aim of launching original programming by late summer. So we're not talking about next year, folks. We're talking about
you know what?
Right now.
Can I say something about that? Because first of all, is anyone else scared like I am that Facebook is totally taking over the world as I sit on their platform with this show? But I'm just saying, they are doing the most. I'm feeling like the world is going to end should Facebook ever decide to pull the plug and say, you know what, I'm done. I want to go back to my real life. I want to just pull the plug. There will be so many relationships that are just kaput. Make sure you get people's contact information because Facebook scares me. They have too much power.
But Facebook basically told Hollywood that they are willing to commit to $3 million per episode. So You know what? They're going to be taking on TV.
Okay, so here's let's take note, family, okay? So here's what just happened before our eyes. And this is where this applies to our businesses, okay? What happens is by the time something is announced, right, like what Facebook just did, they've been in conversations 2 years ago. I'm going to say it again because we as business owners, and y'all know it's the collective we. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about us too. As business owners and entrepreneurs, there's this thing that we do where we dream it yesterday and we want to create it today and announce it today and be like, this is what we're doing. We're changing. And so I want us to please start using the strategy that the big guys use and the big ladies use. And what that means is, by the time y'all hear about it, by the time you see the new McDonald's burgers where they've gotten rid of the salads, by the time you see Chick-fil-A being gluten-free, right? By the time you see Tropical Smoothie trying out a new summer color, even though we just discussed it and we're seeing it as consumers, someone 5 quarters ago was in a boardroom discussing this. Nothing is ever aha. See, remember I was teaching you guys strategy is very, very invisible, but the results are very visible. We as the consumer will see the end result of what was already discussed. And so I say that to say when business owners sometimes come out with new things and they throw it out there and then they get mad that no one is responding and no one is buying and they look like, well, what's wrong? The product is good. It was a great idea. What happened? What happened, baby, and you see this too because we talk about it, is you dreamed about it last night, then you tried to implement it today, and then you told the world, right? And there was no workup. There was no, alignment with an initiative. Like they just said, take notes, y'all. They just said that they've been in conversations with Hollywood studios. That means while you was out shopping, stay up or stay up. Well, you was out shopping and watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, listen. While you was watching Scandal, listen, deals are being made, okay? So just pay attention because we've got to take note about how to do some of this strategically. We've got to plan. We have to use patience. Oh, patience, please, my people. So I just wanted to point that out because just because we heard about it today, please believe this was in discussion 2 years ago. So when you see people on the quote unquote come up, right, this sudden come up, please understand it's not a sudden come up. It's only sudden to you. It's shocking and surprising to you, but this was planned and we need to operate that way too. We need to start putting our powers to be together early to talk about 2019. You should be talking about 2018 and 2019 right now. Do not wait to stare it in the face. So I'm just, like I said, I take notes. I see what they're doing.
But
so,
there is one show on TV, and if we was watching TV like that, I would probably tune into this one right here. We might have to check this out. There's a show, and some of you might be familiar with it already.
What? Which one?
It's called Planet of the Apps.
Wait, did y'all hear this? Planet of the Apps. Okay, cool.
Planet of the Apps is an unscripted show about developers trying to interest celebrity mentors with a 60-second pitch on an escalator. Now, that's right up our alley.
Oh,
you got 60 seconds to get your mentor. We might need to check that out.
We need to check it out because you know what? I'm just saying, I ain't saying, but I'm just saying, what'sYourSecretSauce.com does have a converter. So real quick, this is a great segue to that. No matter what you do, I don't care if you fold clothes for a living. I don't care if you do brochures. I don't care if you work somewhere. You absolutely need to be able to articulate your secret sauce, not just for you, because most people, guess what most people are going to say? I already know my sauce. I know my sauce is hot sauce. That's the number one thing we hear, and I laugh. That's great that you know your sauce, right? But if you cannot articulate it in 60 seconds flat, it doesn't mean squat. Your sauce is not just for you, ladies and gentlemen. We live in a world of people. It's a competitive world. There are 7.5 billion people in the world. And if you can't, not only don't know it, but if you can't state it quickly to a key decision maker, you will be lost in the sauce of competition. So What's Your Secret Sauce was uniquely designed to revolutionize the way you articulate your secret sauce in 60 seconds. It's going to take who you are naturally. If you fold clothes, I fold clothes. They're pink. I fold them for girls. You answer the 10 questions on our page. It converts it, right, to magic almost. It tells you the meaning of which sauce you are, how to say it better, how to use it powerfully. Who are your best clients out there waiting for you, ready to pay you? Who makes your best partners? You cannot afford to not know your sauce. I don't care what you do. Go to www.what'sYourSecretSauce.com. This is why we're selling it now to corporations and organizations, and you need to get in on it. It's free. You can't. It's free 99, baby. Right?
Yeah,
free 99.
You know the real deal of it is?
What, babe?
And I'm going to say
I'm listening.
The collective view.
Mm-hmm.
The collective view. Because we all have went through this. You really do not know how to explain your business.
Ooh.
You only know how to explain what you do. You don't know how to explain your business.
What you mean by that, honey? You know me. I'm on.
So Demario, what do you do? Well, you know, every day I wake up. You know, I get out there and I grind, man. I'm out here selling these cups. And these cups, you know, I got about 20 of them.
Share this video.
I got my red, yellow, blue cups and everything, because that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm selling cups. You know anybody that want to get a cup, man?
So stop right there.
I got the cups.
So listen, y'all, this is so deep. Y'all think we're kidding. This is the difference between your money or not. Is I don't care how hard you grind. I don't care how hard you hustle. I don't care how good you think you are. If you cannot articulate the magic that you know that you have in a matter of seconds, you ain't doing nothing, because you don't buy from yourself. It's great that you know you're amazing, but you've got to get really, really good at crafting a mastered message around what you do, around the magic you know that you are. Ask me what I do, babe. Let me tell them how I answer and close deals.
So lady, what do you do for a living?
Hey, how are you? My name is Dawn Nicole, and everyone who knows that I open up more doors in less time. I help them create raving fans, and I get people paid what they're worth by revolutionizing the way they discover and describe their secret sauce to someone else. That's what I do. Guess what I just did? I answered the question with the result. You have no idea that I, do business coaching. I don't do business coaching. I make dreams come true. I don't do brand strategy coaching, right? I get you paid. I'm going to help you open up more doors in less time. I'm going to help you build a base of raving fans, people who cheerlead so hard you ain't got to advertise. I'm going to make sure that you get paid what you're worth, because you know your value. See, if you don't state your value, you cannot get paid what you're worth. A lot of people around here complaining, I'm not making money, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You are not articulating your value in the maximum way that you can. That's what I help you do. So I'm never going to say, well, I do business coaching and brand strategy. That's regular. That's common folk, you guys. Lead with the result that you cause, right? So ask me again. I'm going to slow it down. What do I do?
Hi, lady.
Stop being silly.
So what do you
This is what I have to deal with. This is what babe,
she said slow it down.
You know what? All right.
Do.
I help people open up more doors in less time. I help them create raving fans of their brand, and I make sure that people get paid what they're worth by making sure the world knows how epic they are. See what I'm saying? That's the result. Y'all better know it. I know. Tanisha, come get him. This is the silliness that I deal with early in the morning.
She said slow it down. I'm very attentive, and I follow instructions very well.
Gotta love him.
You know what? And that is so, I'm glad that you did that, because I'm going to say this and we'll move on.
We're going to move on.
Because some people's pitch about their business sound like they're standing in front of 7-Eleven.
Okay. How's it go? So give me an example. This crowd needs an example.
Hey.
Yes.
I got the mugs.
Okay. 7-Eleven sells mugs.
I got the mugs.
But I can't get one inside of 7-Eleven.
1 for $5, 2 for 10.
Did you say 1 for $5?
3 for 15.
What are they made of? 1 for $5. How can you afford to sell these 1 for $5?
Hey, I got the mugs. I'm good.
So
no.
I
be pushing the mugs.
You don't push mugs. You don't push CDs. Let me tell you why. It's too many people pushing mugs, pushing CDs. You don't do brochures. See, this what I need you to lead with the result. You got to lead with the result. You know what? The best thing I learned, I'm going to say this and I'm going to shut up, which is his famous statement, by the way. And he never shuts up. No, but I'm going to say this, I'm going to shut up. I remember paying to go, and y'all do know, I do pay to go to other coaches' things, because I'm still a student. Let me tell you, always. I went to go and see the guy who makes 6-7 figures. Y'all know why? Because he used to work for Disney. Check this out. This dude is mastering, monopolizing somebody else's brand that he used to work for. It's called customer service like Disney. And he's a coach, and I'm not going to say his name, but he goes around and he travels and he teaches people how improving your customer service in your business directly impacts your bottom line. And the first thing that he taught all the women in the room, because it was at a women's event, is he asked the women, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And they were like, oh, well, I knit. Oh, I do Legal Shield. The common stuff that we forbid you to say, right? Because that's not really what you do. It's about the result. And he told them, he said, when we were at Disney, we could never say that we get people inside of amusement parks, right? We make dreams come true. We create memories of a lifetime. So he was going after the long end result, the one that you can't put money on. Y'all understand, the one that you can't put a value on because it's so powerful of an experience. And he was teaching that. It was amazing. So just be cognizant. Don't be the run of the mill. I'm a realtor. No, you're not a realtor. Right? That might be your title, but that's not what you do for people, because I can get a realtor anywhere, right? I can get a financial advisor anywhere. So give me the result. I'm going to sleep better at night. I help people sleep better at night. I help people protect what's most important, what they've worked so hard for. I make sure that people can maintain the lifestyle that they love so much, right? Talk to me real. People buy emotionally. So make sure that that's how you're describing what you do. I'm sorry. See, I told you I was going to shut up. Go ahead, babe.
But quick story.
Yes, quick story.
Quick story.
Yes, darling.
It's kind of relatable, but you made me think of this.
Good.
There was this old guy that used to hang in front of a dealership, a Volvo dealership, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Old guy, you know.
Okay.
Look, you
What?
know, he
Why you pointing at me?
No, I just said he looked. I did me and then I did you. I was gonna say he didn't even look like we looked.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Nice comeback. He didn't even look, but he looked a certain way to the point where the other salesman did not want to give him their
This is a good story.
60-second sales pitch.
Wait, say it again, babe, because this is so good. I want you to just say it one
The
more
other
time.
salesman did not want to give this gentleman their 60-second sales pitch. In other words, they didn't want to go up and greet him and go ahead and give him the information.
He was a customer, right?
He was walking around
Okay.
the dealership. So, long story short, this younger salesman who just got on the force decided that he's going to go to this guy that they say was a bum that always come up to the dealership. But he felt like, well, it's good practice for me. I need to perfect my craft on introducing myself and anything anyway. So he walks up to the older gentleman and he go ahead and gives him the spiel. He walks the gentleman around the lot and everything, showing him different vehicles. And the gentleman was very attentive and listened to everything this young lad was saying. End of the story, that gentleman that was walking around the dealership every day was trying to decide which line of cars that he was going to buy for his company, a fleet of cars for his company. So his daily routine was waking up and just going out to the dealership and walking around to see which cars he wanted for his fleet. So since the young lad came up to him and presented himself in such a manner, he actually bought, a fleet. I didn't say two. I said he bought a fleet of cars from this young lad based on how the young lad introduced himself, talked about the business, and gave him the information about the product.
So the message, if I could just paraphrase my love. So the message was this. There was an old gentleman, always used to hang out at this car dealership, looked busted up, looked like he wasn't going to do nothing. So the more experienced salesman said, not even going to waste my time with this guy. He ain't going to do nothing, right? He always comes and sightsees. Then a new, younger salesperson joined the force and said, hey guys, how come nobody's talking to him? And they kind of laughed and said, you can if you want. We already know the deal with him. So the young guy said, well, you know what? To perfect my pitch and my training, I will go work with this guy. And lo and behold, in working with this guy, he was loaded. He was wealthy and owned so much that he could purchase a fleet of vehicles. So the lesson is, A, don't judge a book by its cover, which we all know that, right? But the other lesson, to Kenya, good morning. The other lesson, I'm still focused. See, I've been doing good. I haven't been saying good morning to individuals.
Correct.
Anyway, the other lesson is make sure that you treat people authentically anyway, right? Because that's come back to me. But the other lesson is, with your sales pitch, be courteous and give it to everyone, because you never know who's going to buy it.
I was just about to say.
You never know.
The bottom line of it is, I have to agree with everything that you said, dear. Just to add on, don't devalue your business because you don't see the person that you're talking to valuable.
Oh, whoa. Where's the shaker? You need to say, this is called the Say It Shaker. You need to say it again, boy, with your peppermint shirt on. You know I like that shirt on you.
Yeah, I know.
Say it again, honey. Never devalue.
Never devalue your business because of the person that you're speaking to you don't deem as valuable. In other words, Don't go over here to the people that's hanging out in the corner just chilling. And you're like, well, they said, what you do? Well, you know, man. I'm
nothing
like,
you care about.
You know, yeah, you know, don't get cool with your business all of a sudden.
Oh.
Always present your business in the best fashionable way. Even if you feel like what you're about to say is going to go over the head
say it anyway.
of the people that you're talking to, because you never know who's listening.
Good morning, Ronnie.
Some people change up the way they express what they do
based on who they're talking to.
Exactly.
You better, Demario.
Well,
you better, boy.
I'm telling you.
This boy did it. I just want to slap your hat. You don't even have on a hat. Listen, he said, do not devalue what you do based on who you're talking to. Because some of us, you know you do that. You're at a cookout. So what you doing these days? Oh, a little of this, a little of that. You know you do more than a little of this and a little of that. And your blessing was standing right there and you couldn't see it. So you devalued it. Quit playing. Be consistent. Be authentic. Authenticity has helped me in so many cases, because you know what happened is I was consistent with someone. I was the same. I was nice. And then I later found that they was the decision maker. Y'all better hear me this morning. They ended up being the decision maker and remembered how I came across, how I stood up, how I reaffirmed what I did. Remember to be consistent no matter who you're talking to, the beggar or the boardroom member. It doesn't matter, right? Give it consistent. I love that you said that, because we dumb it down for who we're talking to, and when your miracle could be looking at you in the face. Y'all don't get me preaching this morning.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Great.
All
so,
right.
you know, it segues right into what we want to talk about today. And what we're talking about today.
So listen, we've been covering the 48 laws of power. You guys, please understand, this is going to be our last week of covering it, and we're picking and choosing. There's too many to cover because we'd be doing this for 48 weeks. So we did this last week, but this week we're doing it again. And today's law is called when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. Can I please start by breaking this one down?
Well, you got to read the synopsis.
Okay, I'll read the synopsis,
you know, it's
you
3
guys.
different ways to look at that one.
It really is. Okay, so this is what it says. It says, never appeal to someone's mercy or gratitude. So here's what's happening today, right? First, I got to set it up. Here's what happens today. Hey, Demario, I have a really big event. Watch this. The first thing I said wrong is I. Check it out. I'm going to break it down. Demario, I have a really, really big event. I'm trying to accomplish this. I need, how many times did I say I? Just check the technique. I need your help. I'm hoping to raise $20,000 so that I can go to this thing. Can you help me?
No.
Dang, you didn't even. So here's what's happening today, right? So let me. I gotta set it up, babe. We get mad. No, it's not really mad, but we feel some kind of way, right? Because we have these positive, progressive things going on, and sometimes we perceive that the people around us, they don't have our back. They're not supporting us like we expect them to, Demario. Imagine that. They're not forwarding my emails. They're not sharing my posts, right? They're not telling other people about what I do. They're not helping me. And so I have this perception that the people in my circle are haters, right? Y'all know we overuse that word. Not everybody is a hater, y'all. But we have this perception that they're hating because they're not helping, right? When in reality, you haven't made it good to me, honey. You made it about you. You got to learn the technique to make it about the other person first. And I have a great technique. But let's read what the law says, and then we'll get down to Dawn Nicole and Demario's law. So this says, when asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. If you need to turn to an ally for help, do not bother to remind him or her of your past assistance. Oh, because this is what we do too. Remember that time when I helped you? Y'all know, you guys know you have used that one before. Because even, Demario, remember that time when I was there for you? Remember that?
Some of you start off like that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You remember last week when, you know, I was helping you do that thing?
Remember when I came to help you move?
Next Tuesday, I'm going to need,
right,
you know, I need some, or it says your past assistance and good deeds.
Oh, don't.
Man, you know I've been at every last one of your shows.
Don't do that, you guys.
I ain't never asked you for nothing.
Don't do
and,
that.
You know, and I just really need. Well, I can't make it.
Don't
you know, I be at all of your stuff.
You can't do that, you guys. You can't do that, and you wonder why it doesn't work. If anything, the person walks away. So watch this. Tell me something that remind me of something you did. Just say remember.
You know. You remember when I used to
I
always come
remember,
up to
but
your
you
stuff.
did that because you want. Listen, I gotta go. So now when he's
I
gone,
see.
this is what I say secretly. You know what? DeMario, all he wants to do is throw up old stuff. He didn't do that from his heart. So now I'm mad. Now I feel first of all, I said no to your offer, whatever you were just asking me. Then I walked away, right, thinking, you weren't authentic ever, right?
Well, you know, that's great because it said they will find a way to ignore you.
So first of all, let's stop. If we've been doing that, let's never again, even if you feel, right, according to this law and this rule, don't even bring it up.
Well, you know, you have to ask yourself, you know, just on that spot right there, you have to ask yourself, why do you do for others? Are you doing it for self-gratitude or their gratitude?
Sip my coffee.
Or are you doing it because you're just kind and generous and that's what you felt in your spirit that you needed to do?
I'll admit I've done it because I sometimes expect something. I'm just being human right now. Sometimes I do things because I expect do unto others as you want done unto you.
See, sometimes you got to understand the shuns.
Okay.
A lot of expectations will equal in depressions.
Not depression.
Yes, depression, because you will be sad because you're not going to get back what you expected.
Okay.
The shun, you got another shun.
Shun.
Expectations.
Frustration.
Frustrations.
Right.
Depletions, because I'm telling you.
Good morning, Terry.
You keep expecting something from people.
The shuns.
You're going to be depleted from some circles.
That's funny.
And give me one more shun and then we'll move on.
I don't have a
Expectation. You know, expectations lead to frustrations.
I think that's enough shuns. What y'all think?
You know, we need one more shun.
If y'all got a shun, give us a shun.
What do expectations lead to?
Negatively. All right, while you figure that out, we're going to keep this rule going. So listen, this says, again, we're talking about Law 13 of the 48 Laws of Power. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. So this says, instead of asking for help by reminding that person what you did, remember last week remember I gave you that money, right? Do not do that at all, right? It causes negative friction. Don't do it. Instead, uncover something in your request or in your alliance with them that will benefit him or her and emphasize it completely out of proportion. I do this. This thing works. And in a second, I'm going to give you the technique. So share it, take a pen, because there is a technique that we've been teaching. Because I didn't even need this law to figure this one out. I was told no enough times that I figured out what I was doing wrong. Then it says he or she. Why is the laws written with he? I don't like that.
It was geared towards a male-dominant society.
Well, they need to change it.
Because women was supposed to stay barefoot and pregnant at the house.
Honey.
That's the old saying. I didn't make that up. That's not my word.
Okay. It says, listen, so emphasize what it is they want completely out of proportion. He or she will respond enthusiastically when they see something to be gained for themselves. This is so true. Can you have one? Because, honey, you're the head of the household. I'll let you go.
But ladies first.
Oh, you sly dog. I like how you did that. Okay, check this out. So here's what happens. Here's the technique. I recall, and I do this all the time, one of the strategies that I teach, and I'm going to just share this today, so I'm going to give you guys some good nuggets that normally cost money. When asking for a request, first of all, you're always requesting something. Let's first get this in your mind. You are always requesting something. Do you know why? Because you can't get there by yourself. If you're looking to grow your company, if you're looking to scale, if you're looking to go national and international, you cannot do it by yourself. Let's start by establishing that.
Pause. I just gotta say it. You know, we seen a movie this weekend, and every time they did like that in the movie frame, pause. Just pause. She said, you're always requesting something.
You're always.
Some of you, this is gonna go right over your head.
You better listen. This is good stuff. People paid for.
But this right here gonna go. Can I add on just something?
Yeah.
Girl, you looking good.
You know what?
Requesting something.
You are so silly. Okay, so in business, if you have the growth mentality and mindset. Now, I'm not talking to the people who want to be solopreneurs, stay in the shop, work in a little space. And listen, if that is you and your dream, I cannot knock it. Then stay there. I'm not talking to you, okay? So you can go ahead and go walk away now. I'm talking to people who are looking to build big businesses, make major moves, power moves. I'm talking to people right now who are looking to scale this thing nationally and international. I'm looking for people who are looking to build alliances through the roof to get where they need to go. go. That is the nature of big business. So now continue to listen if that is you. You cannot get there by yourself. You will need to build alliances. You will need partners, because the glass ceiling that you will hit being alone is real. You as one person will hit a glass ceiling, and you cannot go any higher by yourself without collaborators, without capital investments if you need, without strategic partnerships. You cannot do it alone. It is not designed systematically to do alone if you're looking to scale big business. So keep listening, because that's who I'm talking to right now. Now, the technique of engagement, I call this the rules of engagement, and I teach this, is when asking for something in alliance, the first thing you have to do, this is good, you guys, get a pen. You have to determine who in my market services the same customer as me, right? This is the first way to building a strategic partner, is look at who you serve and then ask yourself, who else serves that same person? Who will see them before I will? Who will touch them before I will? Whoever that is, who sees them before me, who do they go to before my service? Who do they go to after my service? You guys, come on, stick with me here. You have to find out who that is, because that entity or organization becomes your strategic partner. A strategic partner is someone who services the same customer as you, but may provide a different service than you. Do you hear me? Sometimes a strategic partner is someone who has the same customer and provides the same service. So now you're going to say, well, Dawn Nicole, how can that be? That's my competition. No. Let me tell you why it's not. Okay, it's not always your competition. Do you know why? Because your partner who provides the same exact service as you may have requirements, right, that some of the marketplace, the customers can't meet. And if they can't meet them, those same partners who provide the same service are looking for an alternate, a fallout. Right? That means when I can't service the loan, I call Demario to say, listen, I got two people sitting in front of me. I couldn't approve them. Y'all better hear me. I'm talking to the people who want to grow big business right now. Okay, understand how to play this game. So what I'm saying is that just because someone does what you do, stop looking at them automatically as your competition. Understand what they do. Do you have a requirement process? Do you have an approval process? Do people ever get denied? Do you ever see people that you can't serve? Y'all better hear me. You have to ask this question. Quit automatically ruling out someone because they do what you do. Go and find out what they do. Find out where it aligns. Find out where there's a fallout opportunity to go from him to me because they couldn't meet the criteria that you require. Now I want to be the alternate solution. Right now we're working collaboratively. We're working strategically because we touch the same person, but I know that once a month I'm going to get probably 3 or 4 calls from this guy with people he couldn't serve. Y'all better hear me. Okay? Now that we established that, let's talk about someone who's not in competition with you. They don't provide the same service. Here's how you have to do this thing. What you have to do is when you have an understanding of what it is they do, you have to now appeal. So let me give you a real example of how I engaged PNC Bank. Okay, this is how it goes. First of all, if you are in business and your clientele is B2B, that means you are a business who services other businesses. Shame on you if you're not engaging in your local banks. Guess why? Because your banks have a consumer division and then they have a B2B division. That means that your local bank, that place that you go and make deposits and withdrawals from, and then you go home and head to Chick-fil-A, you are missing out on an opportunity if you don't go back to the bank and get to find out who is the account executive over the business accounts. Let me paint this picture for you. Hi, my name is Dawn Nicole. Are you the person who's over the business division, the business accounts? Yes. Check this out. Great. I am a local business strategist. In fact, I am here locally, but I service a national customer base. And one of the things I'd like to understand, do you all have a push this year on building your business bank account clientele?
We do.
The answer is always yes, okay? Banks are always looking for more business customers. Watch this technique. You do. Great. Can you talk a little bit about that initiative? Do you have a certain goal you're looking to set? The reason I ask is because in 2017, I'm going to touch directly and indirectly 5,000 business customers, and I'd like to see them go to PNC exclusively. Okay? Y'all better listen. Right? So then PNC, now I got your interest. Do I have their interest? Do I have PNC's interest? Yes, because I said nothing about me and my goal. I made it about PNC. But do not go in assuming that you know what they want. You have to ask them, are you driving growth this year for your business division? Are you all looking to increase the number of business bank accounts?
Yes.
Yes. Get them to confirm. Yes. Excellent. I'd like to continue to speak with you because in my particular profession, I'm going to touch 5,000 national business customers, and I'd like to broker a deal with you, PNC, where I can exclusively bring that business to you. Are you interested in me continuing? Yes. The answer is yes. So after you give PNC everything that they want, right, you make it about them, then you turn around at the end and you state what you want. And what I want is to be the exclusive business and branding strategist for all of your business customers. So the deal that I'm brokering is I will bring my audience to you, and I'm asking in return every single time someone opens up a business account that as a part of the process, Dawn, Nicole, and Demario, and What's Your Secret Sauce is a suggested, strongly encouraged part of the process, a 30-minute call. And then how we do that on this side and not lose bandwidth and be able to fit that in is we have already designed in our schedule a PNC day. So Wednesdays is the day that we handle all of the PNC overflow for the new business customers. Y'all don't hear me. The way to broker that deal and get a yes every single time is to appeal to your strategic partner's interest. That means you first have to know what it is. That means you first have to do some homework, right, on this company that I want to partner with. What are their goals this year? What are they talking about in the press? A lot of this, you can look this up before you ever speak with someone. You got to go in there intelligently, right, and already know what they're looking for. I asked to confirm, but I say, PNC, I understand that you are a bank that's focusing on women-owned businesses this year. Is that correct? Awesome. PNC, I'd like to build your business clientele up. Is that something you're interested in talking about? Done.
Well, that was beautiful. We're probably gonna have to erase this video after it's aired because sometimes you give too much.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You know, all of y'all eating all this good food. But I'm gonna, I love a great debate and I love to play devil's advocate.
Ooh, play devil's advocate.
So Law 13, dun dun dun. Hotels never have a 13th floor. Dun dun dun. How is 13 a lucky number and bad luck at the same time? But anyway,
I didn't know it was lucky. But go ahead. Okay.
7, 13,
We're with you.
It doesn't matter. But anyway, let me just break it down. When you're asking for help, I'm going to tell you like this too. If you can get all of that correct, but please understand, once you are asking for help and appealing to the benefit factor of others and getting them all excited, make sure that your end is already standing up strong. You can't go around asking for help. I don't even care if you set it up correctly.
Say it.
And your little business is all jacked up behind the curtain. What you're asking for help to do. Sometimes we try to push our initiative before we even got our structure completed or even understanding what we do. We get too excited. We're out there, I'm looking to build your growth and such, and your growth ain't even built. How can we do that? I never understood that. Being in the digital marketing world, I hear those kind of conversations.
Yes.
You're pitching something that you don't even have together yourself.
Oh.
You haven't got one fan in 2 months, but you're going to help me grow my business.
I'm sorry.
How are you going to do that? So therefore, when asking for help, I would rewrite this. When asking for help, make sure that your house is in order before you open your mouth to invitations. Because that's a part that's not in here that I think we given the power, but too many times in our business we are so excited to be in business, and the theories and connections and forecasts and scaling is all inside our head, but it's not provable yet. It's not something that we can prove.
Right.
Before we go out into the marketplace talking all this big talk, make sure that you got something going on. You can do it.
Well, and can I say, boy, you better. Can I just?
Right. I'm a realist. I'm a realist because we can't do that.
But first of all, I was hoping that you guys would know that part, but some people don't know that part. And this is the thing. You know that we released a top 20 lessons learned on our blog, and that thing is always on fire. People are always reading it. One of the lessons learned on there was do not launch too soon. And so I'm going to say it again. Again, I was talking about this earlier. People who have the idea yesterday, and then today they're like, all right, I'm ready to open. I'm ready, right? Don't do that yet. That is the worst thing you can do, you guys. Let me tell you why it is, because I'm never going to say don't do it and not be able to substantiate why. If you have a new idea, you really need to take that baby through proof of concept, right? You really do. Even if you know you can do it, even if you were doing it in corporate, because that was me. I was doing it over here, but I hadn't done it over here. Before I launched, I waited 6 months to operate, right, and actually fulfill. I did high-level strategic business plans, low-level. I did strategic plans around events, because you do need a strategic plan around any and every occurrence that you're going to do, right? So I had all kinds of strategic plans, and then I did them for half price. And then I negotiated and said, in exchange for me doing this plan at a reduced rate, would you be willing to give me a testimonial? Would you be willing to give me a recorded endorsement? And so what I was really doing, you guys, is I was stacking all of my testimonials and my proof of concept so that at the launch, and if any of you are on this call and you went to my launch, right, you saw all of this. At the launch, we turned it out. It was standing room only. It was well over 100 people there. And it was in this great little artsy boutique. And my point is that at the launch, we were able to sell the results, the testimonials. We have people's real stories. Yes, this is what Dawn Nicole did. This is what Grow Getter did for us, yada, yada, yada. So what I'm saying is, had I launched too soon, I would not have had the proof of concept. My results could not have spoken for me. And you just look downright silly when you are continuing to change and change. You put something out there on press, right? And you get everybody excited. And then 2 weeks later, you're like, oh, that doesn't work. I need to do something different. So all your packages change. Be careful not to launch too soon. I know you're anxious, but the Bible says be anxious for nothing, okay? Don't be that anxious. Be willing to get it right. Do proof of concept. Reduce some rates. Do some promotional things. And those testimonies are worth gold. Get people to give you testimonies. And don't give it for free. Just reduce the rate, by the way. So,
well, I understand to say don't do it for free, but I'm going to tell you something that was very successful in the digital marketing world. When I started digital marketing, digital marketing wasn't even a buzzword. So how was I going to get clients? For 1 year, I went around to small business owners that had brick and mortar spots, and I worked in their business.
And how did you eat?
How did I eat? I ate by doing something else.
Right. So that's what I'm.
So at the end of the day, but I needed these business owners. I needed my theories to be proven. I needed somebody to be behind my business before I launched my business.
Agreed.
Because you can't come out. I can't come out in the marketplace acting like I'm the expert and I have no proof of concept. I have no testimony, and you are my first client. In other words, y'all are taking financial advice from broke financial advisors. It won't work.
Listen, you stepped on 10 toes.
Yeah, well, think about it. If you go and I'm not knocking on financial advisors, it just makes a great analogy.
Oh,
but
Lord.
if this is you,
y'all, we love
but I'm
y'all.
just saying,
That's crazy.
if you come to me to talk to me about growing my money and how to utilize my money, but you don't have any money, why should I listen to you? I'm not saying that you're not good with your knowledge, but I want to be with someone that's good with the knowledge and the process and the result.
Okay. That's what, you know what, I have a theory on that. That's really deep, right? Because if what Demario, y'all know we love each other, but we have these debates. If what he is saying is true, right? Then what that means is woe on all the people out there that are just from college that went to get the training and now they need the real life experience, because now he's saying until you are living it, I don't want to work with you. And I get it. There are people out there like that, but at the same time, how will we ever give these people their experience if we don't give them a chance? Just because, right, someone hasn't lived it yet, because, hold on, I'm getting there, baby. Because they haven't lived it yet doesn't mean that they might not have the knowledge of how to do it. So my point, and hopefully in the financial advisory world or in any professional services, you are pairing that inexperienced person with an absolute professional who has lived it. I think that's how they get around it, right? Okay, that's how they get around it. But here's my point. I don't say that you should do it completely for free. I think you should do it at a reduced rate. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, it's still my time that I'm giving. I'm still providing a service, right? And hopefully you are not operating in a space that you're absolutely clueless about. That's a whole, and don't call yourself an expert if that's the case. So in most people's cases, they came from another world where they were doing that same thing for someone else, and now they're over here, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give it to you for free. I may give it to you reduced, right, because you're my first or second client and I do need proof of concept, right? But this is another thing. Let's say you do give away your services for free because you're in pre-launch and you need some success stories. Make sure you're extremely clear on what you want. Hey, Andrea, that's the credit queen right there out of Atlanta. But I'm sorry, babe. Andrea, I have this thing where I have to say good morning to everybody. But anyway, make sure that if you do something for free, you ask up front for what you need out the deal. Don't just be doing freebie stuff just to do it, right? Make sure you negotiate that by saying, this is my normal rate because I'm in pre-launch and I need to beta test this, or I need proof of concept. I'm going to agree to a reduced amount in exchange for your written testimonial, a letter of recommendation, a video recorded endorsement. Make sure you're clear and you put that in writing ahead of time, because I've done some stuff at a reduced rate when I was 1 week out of corporate, and this person never gave me anything. Right. She got brand new way after the event. So
you know, and I think that really kind of pairs up with what type of business that you're doing. In the digital marketing world, yes. You know why you got to do it for free? Because you don't even know if it produces results yet. You can't sell something you haven't seen. So I needed something to come on the back end. And also, since I did not, you know, there was no digital marketing degrees and things of that nature, the thing I put together, I created. Okay. So I needed a test dummy. You know, it's a test dummy. You ever watch those car crash things? They put dummies in the car before they kill you?
Yes.
To make sure that the car works?
Yes.
So that's what I say. But also with this right here, you said something key on that, and I wanted to go back to that.
Okay.
You know, you're talking about being the expert and pairing up with someone. You say, how they going to get a chance?
Right.
Well, I think that also is the level of business that you are at. In other words, you might not be on this level. You're here. So therefore, you can't take a new, fresh person to guide you higher because they are starting. Your business, you're right here.
Oh, wait. You're talking about the new person
you say they got to have a chance. I agree with you.
No. They got to work with. So let me say this. I agree with you. I don't think a brand new person out the gate, right, who's claiming to be a business coach because they went to business school, okay? We've seen that. Who comes out, never ran a business, doesn't even own a business, is not an entrepreneur. I don't believe that person should be around there at all trying to lead entrepreneurs to a new level, right? Because you haven't done it yet. So the way, if you choose to do that, if that is your heart's desire, then what you, newbie, need to do is get your wings by working under an experienced business coach. I've had this happen myself. I've had where I was coaching some people who were brand new, but they wanted to be coaches, right? And after our coaching session where I was trying to help them develop their business, they basically came to me and said, Dawn Nicole, is it okay if I work under Grow Getter with you for a year to get the experience so I don't just jump out there? So that's how you do that, is be willing to go underneath someone who is doing it, gain that experience, and then come back out bigger and better than ever.
Yes.
So that's how you do that.
Yes, because some things work great in theory but never in practice.
Well, it's only a theory until it's tested, right?
Yeah, so therefore you gotta work with someone to get your wings.
Yes. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you to Kenya.
In order to get on out there.
There you go. Now, you know what? What is wrong is pretending that you're already the expert and having no real world experience, right? You're not even operating in this zone, but you're trying to lead me, which is what kills me when people say, I'm going to tell you what making six figures is like, or how to. See, I've made that, so I can talk about that. I can talk about the journey to get that. Right? But there are a lot of people who haven't done it yet trying to show you how to do it, y'all. You can't let them do that, right? They're trying to lead you to a place they haven't been. They're trying to lead you while they're on their way. You better.
That was a good one.
Shake it.
How can you talk to somebody about making $100,000 a year when that person that made over $150,000 a year?
What? Okay.
I said.
Okay.
You was going there. You were supposed to be with me.
I'm with you, baby.
Oh,
I'm always with you.
I said, how can you talk to a person about making $100,000 a year when they're talking to a person who's made over $150,000 a year?
Right.
You know, that conversation seems like it's going nowhere.
Well, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna say this. And look, I want to respect their time, so I'm gonna be quick. I can remember, and I love you guys. You know, this is why we give nuggets, and you said we're going to take this down, but this is what this show is about, right? Real-time strategies to real-life business owners that get real-life results, okay? So this is what I want to say. I know there's something, I read a book once, and I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it said that your financial elevator, that means what you see yourself worth, will only go as high as you perceive it to be. So for example, there was a time in my life when I was younger that I used to say, oh, if I could only get to $100,000 a year. And this was in my corporate. And then I did that, and then I far surpassed that, and now I wouldn't even get out of bed at this point in my career, right? I was like, no, 100,000, that's a disrespect. I want 150, I want 180, because the more I made and I understood my value, the more I knew what I was worth. What I am saying is this. Even in my corporate career, I used to coach people, right, through their journey of career development. And do you know, this is so deep to me. There were some people who were in like an entry-level position or mid-entry level, like they were a processor or kind of admitted they were a support person to like an underwriter or underwriting manager. This is when in my underwriting days, right? And I did technology too. My point is, as I started to guide people and prepare them for the career, the next thing that happened is after developing them, I got them ready for the interview. And the one thing I used to say is, okay, now listen, everything I taught you is worth $95,000 a year. So everything that we covered for this 6 months is worth $90,000. Can you get that, babe? Because everything is worth $90,000 in terms of the learning that I gave you. So when you go in that interview and they talk salary, you make sure that you do not ask for less than $90,000 a year. Okay? Now, do you know that those people who used to make maybe like $45,000 could not do it? They could not do it. Understand what I'm saying? They felt confident about the training I gave them. We did test case scenarios. We did practices. They did market research, like we did it all. And when we got down to talking money, the most uncomfortable thing for them to do was to ask for what they were worth. And it broke my heart because I was way on the other side of the bracket as a hiring manager. And please believe I got in so much trouble in my corporate career for developing and coaching people on the side. I even got fired from one job they found out I was coaching people in the lunchroom. Anyway, my point is I always had a heart to give back and see people make it in life. So when we got to this part, I said, now you look good when you go in there and they talk salary. For this role, it's at least $90,000. Don't take less. Do you know that they cringed? They got in those interviews and came back, and I said, you got the job? And they said, I got the job. I said, great. What are you making? And they said, $50,000. I said, $50,000? Why? Why? What happened? I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't, Dawn Nicole. I just couldn't ask for the $90,000. What happened? It killed me. You guys don't understand. Why are we afraid to ask for what we're worth, DeMario? And it showed me that you can't change mentality sometimes. Even though I got you're all dressed up in this nice suit, you're all trained up, you look good, you still don't understand what you're worth. And it broke my heart that these people walked away with a $90,000 role, only making $50,000 because they were afraid to get paid what they were worth.
That's great. So find out your worth today by going to What's Your Secret Sauce. Let's talk about it, because not only will you discover it,
you'll develop it and market. You're going to find out who your best partners are and who are your best clients right now. And it's free. 10 questions will lead you to a master discovery. Go to whatsyoursecretsauce.com and get free like so many other of our clients.
And you know what's asking for help.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to come and ask us for help. This is what we do every day, all day. You know, there's no other sideline thing. We help you grow. We help you be better. We help you to be successful. We want you to be successful, because guess what?
What, baby?
Their success is our success.
Hallelujah.
So therefore, but you have to understand process, and you have to understand setting up and building your infrastructure, because you can't launch like a rubber band. You're going to have to launch like a turtle in order to be successful.
All right now. Yes, you're welcome. The secret sauce. You guys have the secret sauce. We just revolutionized the way that you value it and market it. Go to What's Your Secret Sauce right now if you're in business and you need to know, who are my best strategic partners? You know what? Who are my best clients?
Who am I?
Yeah, who am I? The science breaks it down for you. You answer 10 questions about what you're doing right now, and it tells you the value that you are right now and how to market it. And we have some upcoming workshops coming up, right? July 10th and July 11th will be in Charlotte. That rest of the week will be up and down the Eastern Corridor all throughout Virginia. We're coming back down to Atlanta. So we are doing these workshops. We are changing the lives of entrepreneurs, and we could not be happier. There's nothing like doing what you love with who you love. Love you, baby. All right, you guys, take care until next time. Stay on the grow with Dawn Nicole and
DeMario.
Peace.
Later.